Hey guys, so we are on baking night number 2 and Vlogmas day 16, and look who just showed up.
Hey.
So she doesn't really feel like being on camera too much, but she is definitely going to help bake, which is great. So right now we are going to do a double batch of peanut butter blossoms. We got my recipe right here. And what you will need for this recipe is, and of course I'll have the recipe in the description box, you're going to need some shortening, some peanut butter, regular sugar, some light brown sugar, an egg, some milk, some vanilla, let's see, flour, and baking soda, some salt, and some Hersey Kisses. So the first thing I'm going to do is take all of these, actually I'm going to have Ellie do it, and while I'm doing all the other stuff, and you're just going to unwrap all of them and just kind of put them in a little container. So Ellie, if you'd be so kind. Suppose, she says. So, hey, you said that you would help.
Yeah, well,
so I'm putting her to work.
I think I'm eating much.
That's the easy job.
I don't like this job.
I don't like this job, she says. Too bad. Alright. Alright, so first off we're going to do the creaming method like we did last night, which we are going to cream together our peanut butter, our shortening, and then we're going to add our sugars. So, don't be eating all them. What you're going to need
like milk chocolate,
is...
but I will be eating it though.
She's going to eat all my stuff. Alright, first thing you are going to need is 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter, and we're just going to double it. So that is a cup and a half. Yes it is.
No, it's not.
3/4 and 3/4. Yes it is, honey.
I'm trying to screw you up.
I went to culinary school. I know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Missy. Trying to mess me up. Don't think so. Ain't gonna happen. Alright, so, got a cup. I just got water everywhere because I just washed them. And half. So, there you go. Like I said last night, you gotta have some for the chef and the sous chef. Alright, peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter. Have to use creamy for this one. I guess you could use crunchy.
Crunchy wouldn't be too horrible.
Yeah, crunchy wouldn't be too bad, but...
It'd be like a peanut butter cookie with crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, it would work, but I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah, I don't like crunchy peanut butter either. So.
I don't either, yeah, exactly, I'm just not really a fan.
If they want to use crunchy,
yeah, if you want to, if it's your prerogative to use crunchy, go ahead. Me, I'm going to stick with the creamy. So... like I said, guys, remember last night, if you watched my video, which probably you haven't because it is still freaking uploading to YouTube. It's been uploading now for going on like 9 hours, which is driving me absolutely bonkers. But one of the biggest things that is most important to baking is make sure that you always level off all of your measuring spoons or cups or anything like that.
Oh man, I suck at baking then.
So, oh lordy, Ellie doesn't follow me. So,
I need a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, no, that's the worst thing you could do for baking. Cooking, yes. Baking, no.
No,
does your stuff actually turn out?
No, for baking I don't do it. It's
I was gonna say
just cooking.
Oh yeah, cooking you can do it.
When I bake, I follow it too.
No, no, and that's exactly right. Like you can use a little bit of this, a little bit of that when you're cooking. Baking, it's like a science.
I made awesome homemade mac and cheese the other night. It's so easy. You don't have to.
It is so dry in here. I'm dying.
You don't even have to make a roux or anything.
Nice.
You just do like evaporated milk and.
So in the big old KitchenAid it goes. If you guys would like to see,
have that last year, and
it did. We had to do all by hand last year, which because I literally got my KitchenAid I think 3 days after we did all of our baking. And like last night I was saying that Ellie and I spent probably like 5 hours baking last year, all of my Christmas cookies. And by the end of the night, we were so delirious and tired, we had an extremely huge flour fight, which surprisingly we didn't get any like pictures or anything, which was funny. So, but
this was before like we were as close as we were.
yeah,
too.
This was like when we were really just starting to become like really close. So, all right, peanut butter is in. Get in the bowl. Good enough. All right. Then you need half a cup of shortening, but we're doubling it, so we're gonna use a cup. Let me see. I can just use my same peanut butter one. No biggie. I'm just gonna scrape off my spoon and get my good old Crisco.
Do you know you can buy these unwrapped now?
Yeah.
Same with the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Mm-hmm.
My mom makes pretty much, they're basically peanut butter blossoms, except you put them in a mini cupcake pan.
Oh, cool.
And
That's neat.
then when you're done, you stick Reese's peanut butter cups in the middle of them.
I don't think we're gonna have enough Crisco, but if we don't, that's okay. Actually, we might just make it.
I think so.
I think we
they
might
are
just make it.
So good. I mean, like I said, it's basically the same thing of what you're doing, except mini cupcake pan and peanut butter cups.
We'll have to do that next year.
Kisses. Oh, Kyle would love them.
Oh yeah, Kyle's
Especially warm.
his favorite combination on the planet is, and if you can hear this, I'm just scraping down my Crisco. Is chocolate and peanut butter. So, and that's the reason I am making these. OMG. Look at that. We just made it. It makes me happy. So, look at that gooey goodness. Yum. So, get that into the good old KitchenAid. And, like I said, you're going to hear Ellie. Probably not see her very much, but you're going to hear her because she's sitting next to me. So, I cannot believe it's only 9 days till Christmas, you guys. Everybody got their shopping done?
Nope.
I don't. I'm about 3/4 of the way there. I'm really close.
I pretty much have mine all done. I got my brother's Christmas present today, which is, have you seen those
Look at that!
tall nutcrackers from Dollar General?
I love nutcrackers. I'm a sucker for nutcrackers.
We had a broken one.
Oh.
So, I work at Dollar General. I'm special. I'm awesome. So, I got a $30 nutcracker that's like this tall from the ground up.
Dang.
I'm not kidding you. For $15.
Nice!
So, that's going to be one of my brother's Christmas presents. And then, my other brother, I got him a sweatshirt. So, there's
Rock on.
little things. We don't usually gift exchange, but I'm feeling giving this year.
There you go. Alright, so peanut butter and shortening is in the mixer. Turn it on low. And then start to... And we are just going to look for a nice fluffy, creamy consistency. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's ready. Alright, so then you need a third, since we're going to double it. I need 2/3 of a cup, which I don't know where my 2/3 cup measuring cup went off to. Somewhere around here. Here we go. 2/3 of a cup, since we're doubling it, of the same of light brown sugar and regular sugar. So I'm just gonna, and you want the light brown sugar to be packed in there really well. So what I like to do
Dark brownish
is, but it calls for light brown.
I don't know.
Kyle almost bought me dark brown actually, because I had to send him to the store today. So I just kind of use a spoon, just kind of get it in there. Sometimes it makes more of a mess, sometimes it doesn't, but for me, everything makes a mess. But again,
the easy open bag.
That's alright. Cheap
stuff when I bake.
I am not a real stickler for like name brand, any kind
neither am I.
of baking, anything like that. It's, to me, it's all the same.
It's whatever's on sale.
Whatever's on sale, exactly. So whatever is on sale, it works for us. Okay. So,
I mean, there's a couple things like Pop-Tarts.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking like baking. I'm talking like baking ingredients. So, okay, 2/3 of a cup brown sugar into the good old mixer. Let's take care of my spillage over here. All right, and then 2/3 of a cup regular sugar. sugary, waterfally goodness. Whoop. Level it off. I just do it normally over like the trash can. So, in it goes. And then we're just going to, looks like that. And we're just gonna, nice and low, start off with. Cream those into the shortening and peanut butter mixture. So it's all nice and incorporated. Nice and smooth is what we're looking for. Okay. Put you back down. Alright, then we are just going to add in the rest of our wet ingredients. I don't know. He's going crazy, that's where he's going.
No?
Alright, then we're going to add in 2 eggs. Calls for one batch. We're going to double it, so we're going to use 2. So, in they go. 1 down. And a little trick, you guys. If you crack your eggs on the side of the bowl and you find that you always normally get eggshells in, crack it on a flat surface. That kind of minimizes the risk of eggshells going into your batter. So then we're going to add, what are we doing here? 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 4 tablespoons of milk. And 3 tablespoons equal 1/4 cup, so you're going to be looking for 1/4 plus 1 tablespoon of milk. So I'm just going to put those in, grab the milk, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we have all the wet ingredients in. We got the egg, the vanilla, and the milk. So now we need 1.5 cups, but we're going to double it. So we need 3 cups of flour. Got my flour. 2-cup measuring cup. Two cups. In a separate bowl. 1 bag of flour down.
That came from Dollar General.
Yay! Sponsor! No, totally kidding. Alright. 1 cup. Grab our other thing of flour. This is my problem. Okay? Flour, cup. And yes, I know they make bigger ones of these, but this is all I have right now. So, we'll get our little guy in our cup, and I'm just gonna scoop it in here, giving it a shimmy shake as I go to level it out. Doo-doo. You could get all fancy and, you know, do the whole knife thing and scrape it off, and I would suggest that if you are a beginner in baking, but I've been doing it for 20 plus years, so I know what I'm doing. But if you're a beginner, do that step. So, 1 cup. In her goes. Okay, so we got 3 cups of flour. We're going to use a teaspoon of salt, and that's doubled, so ½ teaspoon if you're going to only do this once. Teaspoon. Whoop, in her goes. And we're going to use 2 teaspoons, which is doubled, of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. In the orangey yellowy box. So, teaspoon number 1 and teaspoon number 2. So a lot of people kind of are confused as to why you add salt into baking, and it's not going to make it taste salty. All it's going to do is enhance all those other flavors and really bring out all the other ingredients and give it a more pungent, good flavor. So just going to take all my wet, dry ingredients and a whisk and just give it a mix. And this is going to incorporate a little bit of air, which is going to create fluffiness and lightness into our cookies. You could sift it. This recipe does not call for sifted flour, but if you are feeling froggy and want to do that extra step, by all means, go ahead. So, now, again, all we're going to do is going to take probably about half to 3/4 a cup at a time. Turn your mixer on low, on the lowest it'll go, and just dump it in. I'm gonna grab a smaller one because it's a little bit easier to work with, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so once you can see that portion of flour is mixed in, go ahead, put the next one in, wait until it's incorporated, or just about there, and just keep adding. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so that is what we are looking at. So I'm just going to take my paddle, scrape her down, and what you're going to do with these is you're going to roll them into balls, and you can roll them into whatever size you like, preferably normally around like golf ball, ping pong ball size, and going to bake them in a preheated 375-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. And Ellie and I are just gonna roll some balls, and I'll show you what they look like right before they go in the oven. Alright guys, so this is what they look like right before they go in the oven. Got another tray over there. Ellie's working on the third tray, and they're just gonna bake about 8 to 10 minutes, and then when they come out, we're gonna wait about 5 minutes, and then we are going to roll them in regular granulated sugar, not powdered sugar like the Russian tea cakes. So I'll show you what they look like when they come out. So this is what our cookies look like when they came out of the oven. They needed about 10-11 minutes, and we have a third tray in the oven. So I have my little bowl of sugar and my cooling racks, and I'm just gonna I literally just took these out of the oven. I'm gonna let them cool for a few minutes because they are really hot. I'm gonna roll them in some granulated sugar and put them on a cooling rack, and then pretty much you still want to do the next stage when they're still really warm is you're just going to plunk after you roll them in the sugar, when you get them on the cooling rack, you're gonna plunk a Hershey kiss right in the middle of them. So, and you can use any kind of Hershey Kiss you like. I just bought the traditional milk chocolate ones, but you can use the ones that are filled with caramel. You can use the dark chocolate. You could even use the white chocolate if you'd like. Anything really, any kind of chocolate and peanut butter goes together. It's just whatever, you prefer. So, we've got about 12, 14 on that one, and I think we've got 14 on that one as well. So that is a double batch, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all nice and pretty. Alright guys, so we have our sugar cookie dough all ready. It's been in the fridge overnight, and now I'm just going to roll it out and cut out all of my cookies and put them in the oven. So I thought I'd show you what cookie cutters I have, and I bought this set. I think there's like 18 pieces in it. I bought it at Walmart last year, and it's from Wilton, which is a great baking company. So I thought I'd just go through real quick and show you what kind of cookie cutters I have. So I have a wreath, snowman, a candy cane, and I believe this set was only right around $10, so for 18, 16, however many cookie cutters are, that's a great deal. So snowflake, Santa hat, a bell, a little reindeer, a tree, a little ornament, a mitten, an angel. I love this one. A little present, a gingerbread girl, a stocking, Santa's sleigh, a gingerbread boy, star and some holly. So I am just going to grab my rolling pin and some flour. Got my baking sheets with my, they look dirty, but they're not, I promise. I need to get new ones. Actually, I just cooked the peanut butter blossoms on here, and honestly, you don't really even have to wipe it off. You can, doesn't really matter. But I've got my silicone baking trays, or silicone lined baking trays. You can use parchment paper, or you could use aluminum foil. Do not use wax paper, because when you put the wax paper into the oven, the wax will melt and make your cookies taste like wax. So I'm just going to roll these out and I'll show you what they'll look like right before they go in the oven. Hey guys, I just kind of wanted to show you some of the process of making sugar cookies. I'm sure you guys have all done it, but what I like to do is once I roll out my dough, I just take, yes I know I have a big huge mess, but that's part of it. I just take my cookie cutter and I really give it a good roll around in the flour, and then I just kind of put them all in place and then push down so I can maximize all of my cookie dough, and then put them on the sheet tray. So I'm just going to finish these and I will show you what they look like right before they go in the oven. Alright guys, this is what they look like right before they go in the oven, and they are going to bake at 350 degrees on a preheated oven for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to put them on the cooling racks. And I'm just going to continue. Let me flip you around here so I can see all y'all pretty faces. So, whoa, hello. I am just going to continue doing all of this, and I'll show you what they look like when they're all out of the oven. Alright, second batch is out of the oven, and we just have one more tray left. So, hello. So I'm going to bring you back over here for a sec, because I just wanted to share with you guys a couple things before I sign off for the night. So, as I said, tomorrow I'm going to be doing all of the decorating. So, but I just found these actually in our room, and I had gotten them probably, gosh, at least a month and a half ago, when all of the Christmas stuff was just starting to come out in the stores. And I got these at Dollar General, and they are stencils for like cupcakes or cookies, and I just wanted to show them to you guys because they're so cute. And you get 6 for $1. And the thing I really like about these is they're very heavy duty, and so they look like little pie tins. So I'll show you what they look like. Come on. So they're really sturdy, and I like that they have like a little tab that you can hold on it. So there is a Christmas tree, a snowman, very pretty snowflake, a reindeer, a candy cane, and a present. And I'm not going to use these on the cookies that I cut out with, you know, cookie cutters. I'm going to use these on top of either cupcakes that I make, or I'm going to maybe use some of these on top of the white chocolate cranberry cookies that we made, so which I will be doing those tomorrow as well. So, last batch is in the oven. I already cleaned up. I am tired. By now, my Vlogmas Day 14 and 15 are finally up on YouTube on my channel, so I will leave the links to that below, as well as, you know, if you want to go check out any of the other Vlogmas days that I've been doing and see what it's all about, you guys can go and check that out on my channel. And I will leave the recipes for these amazing goodies. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna just finish cleaning up, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I love ya.